On June 30th, 1908, a massive explosion rocked a remote region of Siberia called Tunguska. In a single instant, trees were flattened for miles, animals vanished, and the sky lit up with fire. The blast was so powerful it could have leveled an entire city, yet no crater was ever found. What caused it? A meteor, a comet, or something even stranger? This is the mystery of the Tunguska Event, the largest explosion in recorded history that no one has ever fully explained. The day the sky exploded. It was early morning when witnesses saw a ball of fire streaking across the sky. Some described it as brighter than the sun. Moments later, a deafening explosion shook the ground. An estimated 80 million trees were flattened over an area of more than 800 square miles. People hundreds of miles away reported shockwaves breaking windows. Some thought it was the end of the world. But here's the mystery. Despite the destruction, no impact crater was ever found. Scientific investigations. At the time, Russia was politically unstable, so no scientific expedition reached Tunguska until 1927. Almost 20 years later. When scientists arrived, they were stunned. Trees were lying in a perfect radial pattern, pointing away from a central zone. The ground showed signs of intense heat and burning. Yet there was no crater, no meteor fragments, nothing. This led to decades of debate and investigation. The leading theory's meteor airburst theory. Most scientists believe a space rock, maybe 50 to 60 meters wide, exploded in the atmosphere before hitting the ground. The energy released was equivalent to 15 megatons of tin, nearly 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Comet theory. Others argue it could have been a comet, made mostly of ice, which vaporized completely on entry, explaining the lack of debris. Alternative theories. Some speculate more exotic causes, a volcanic gas explosion, antimatter, even alien activity. While fascinating, most of these remain fringe ideas. The strange effects. The Tunguska Event left behind strange effects. For nights afterward, people in Europe reported glowing skies so bright they could read newspapers at midnight. Scientists now believe this was caused by fine dust particles in the atmosphere reflecting sunlight. Local accounts described burned reindeer, shattered homes, and people thrown into the air by the blast. It was raw destruction, yet astonishingly, no human deaths were officially recorded, likely because the area was so remote. Modern research. In recent years, modern satellites and computer models have strengthened the airburst theory. In fact, smaller airbursts, like the Chelyabinsk meteor of 2013, give scientists a real-life comparison. That event injured over 1,500 people, but the Tunguska explosion was at least 30 times stronger. Some scientists think fragments may still lie buried deep underground or in nearby lakes, but none have been conclusively proven. The global lesson. The Tunguska Event is more than just a mystery, it's a warning. It shows how vulnerable Earth is to space rocks. If Tunguska had happened over a major city instead of remote Siberia, millions of lives could have been lost. Today, organizations like NASA's Planetary Defense Program track near-Earth objects, hoping to prevent another Tunguska-style disaster. But with thousands of asteroids out there, the risk is always present. The Tunguska Event remains one of history's great unsolved mysteries. We may never know exactly what exploded that day, meteor, comet, or something else. But its legacy reminds us how small we are in the face of the universe. A blast in the middle of nowhere over a century ago still echoes as a warning for humanity. The sky above us can hold both wonder and danger.